Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm doing pretty okay myself. Today we're going to be playing regular Forgotten, not Tainted. Why? Because I want to, that's why. Anyways, hope everyone's doing alright. Everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely. Honestly, today, June 4th, special day for a few reasons. One reason is, guess what, motherfuckers? The Nintendo Switch 2 comes out tonight. And I'm gonna be real with you, my brother had already got the pre-order. I know, I think this kind of like the community sentiment is like a fuck Nintendo sort of deal. And I understand, believe me, I get it. However, my brother had already pre-ordered, so I'm not gonna say no to that, I guess, you feel me? Especially considering he pre-ordered it for me. It just kind of feels like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. You kind of know what I mean in that scenario, I hope. Because I don't really know. I'm gonna be real. My bad. Let me move my mic down slightly. I don't know the proper verbiage. What I'm trying to say here is like if there's a certain word or language for what I'm trying to say. But essentially, it's like, look, I understand the sentiment against Nintendo. Fuck Nintendo. They're very anti-consumer. Switch 2 is mad expensive. Most people don't want to pay the price. And believe me, I understand. I kind of don't really want to pay the price either. However, my brother got it for me. And I'm not the kind of person that's gonna like stand by and kind of be like, hey, look, you know, hey, look, my brother. I don't know if you know this right now, but Nintendo's in kind of hot water for this Nintendo Switch 2 thing, so I would actually appreciate it if you canceled the pre-order. You know what I mean? Like, he tried to do a nice gesture. My brother wanted to do something nice for me, and he did. And I'm not just gonna, like, hey, look, you know, Nintendo currently sucks right now, so I'm gonna be real with you. I appreciate this, but no thanks. I'm gonna take the gift, you know? I'm gonna take the gift. And I'm gonna go enjoy my Nintendo Switch 2, I guess. I know that might come off as like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like kind of dickish, sort of. I'm aware, trust me. Believe me, I'm very much aware of like how this sentiment sort of comes off. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's my brother. I love my brother. I'm not gonna be the guy to like rain on his parade of him wanting to do a nice decision by being like, hey, I know you wanted to be nice, however, we are currently in a not supporting Nintendo era, so, you know, need you to return that sort of deal. Plus, I guess in a, you know, weird sort of way, it's a free Nintendo Switch 2 for me, so I'm gonna fucking get that. Anyways, Tony talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 aside, there's a few things I want to talk about. I'm gonna get a little gamer TM pilled. I know usually I like to talk about a whole bunch of nonsense regarding my day or my opinion on certain topics. Oh, I gotta clear my throat. But today, as of right now, this moment, I want to talk about something very special to me. If you guys are unaware, if you guys are 100% unaware, today, June 4th, besides being like the midnight release sort of for the Nintendo Switch 2, also turns out to be the day the Sony State of Play came out. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know if you guys are like mad gamer TM pilled. I don't know if you guys are Sony pilled. I was watching it in hopes of maybe getting an Infamous remake or a new Infamous game, something of the sort. You know what I mean? I'm an Infamous fan. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. I owned a PS3 like a while back. My brother got it for Black Friday because he was like, you know, he was a teenager, just started working, he wanted to spend his money how he wanted to spend his money. And he was like, you know what, I have the money, it's Black Friday coming up, I want to buy a, what's it called? I want to buy a PS3. So he bought a whole ass PS3. And I'm gonna be real with you, it was a cool purchase. It turned out he never really played it much. I was the one that kind of mainly played it all. And I remember playing Infamous on there and being like, dude, this game is so freaking good, man. And you know, thinking of it, I got another topic, gamer TM topic I want to speak on. I was just like, wow, this Infamous game is really good. I became a huge fan of the franchise. And there hasn't been a new Infamous game in what feels like 10,000 years. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. Me personally, I'm hoping for a new one. I was hoping for a new one when the state of play was being announced. I know, like, Tony, that's copium. I know in the grand scheme of things, most likely we are never ever getting a new Infamous, at least not for a very long time. And I have accepted this. I have accepted this as fact. This is simply something that Tony must live with, is knowing there will never be another Infamous game ever again. Unfortunate hope aside, however, I was watching the state of play in hopes for something good, and I will say I left that state of play very, very pleasantly surprised. Now, if you don't know, I have stated before, I think a few episodes ago, I have stated what might be my favorite fighting games ever made. It's funny, they were all Capcom fighting games. One of them, however, being the hit fighting game franchise known as Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, he's a moron. Me personally, Tony, I am an insanely huge fan of Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't want to say any tag team fighter, but a lot of tag team fighters I find really cool. Marvel being one that I am absolutely in love with. One of my favorite games of all time. Marvel 2, Marvel 3, you know, both amazing games. Marvel vs. Capcom, I mean. And if you're unaware, today, during the state of play, unfortunately, no new Marvel. However, a new Marvel fighting game, no Marvel vs. Capcom, but a new Marvel fighting game developed by Arxis, the people who make Guilty Gear. And it is a 4v4 like tag team fighter game. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, from the looks of it, I was floored, you know? I was so excited because this is the first time there has been a Marvel fighting game since Infinite, I'm pretty sure. And if you're unaware, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite didn't turn out to be the greatest piece of media to be released. It was kinda bad. But unfortunate realities aside, being that game sucked a lot, it's no Marvel vs. Capcom, so unfortunately we're not gonna get any extra cool things with, like, you know, Capcom characters. I'm not gonna be able to play Dante in this Marvel fighting game. But overall, in general, just a fighting game with a fighting game with the Marvel characters seems, not even just seems, is really freaking cool. And honestly, I'm excited. I cannot wait. I'm thrilled. Unfortunately, it comes out in the year 2026, but it's kind of the first time in a bit that I have been very excited for a new game to come out. Honestly, I think, it's funny to say this, I think the last time I've been excited for a game to come out is Elden Ring Night Rain, which came out just a couple days ago. But it's funny that I say that because, you know, as someone who enjoys video games, I'm always looking forward to the next thing, you know what I mean? Or I hope you guys know what I mean. As someone who's a fan of video games, I am always looking forward to the next thing. I cannot wait for this game to come out, sort of deal. You know what I mean? And no. I understand what I must do. I'm gonna have to Soul of Isaac the what's it called? The boss room item in order to take the Joker to the next floor, because I am trying to keep my angel. I'm trying to go angel deals for this character. I don't think devil deals are bad. More so, I'm thinking of doing Mega Satan. So we're gonna need angel deals, unless I'm willing to sacrifice a lot of HP, which I am not. To what's it called? But yeah, honestly, for any fighting game fans out there, I'm very excited, because from one thing I know, I don't know too much about ArcSys, but from what I have heard, a lot of people kind of like their fighting games. People like Guilty Gear. People like other games by them, like what, Persona 4 Ultimax or whatever. I think that's the name of the game. The Persona 4 fighting game. Okay, so we're gonna grab you. Oh crap. Uh-oh. Oh dear. We could try here, secret room. Maybe there's an item, perhaps? Forget me now into skeleton key. And then let's try this. I don't think it'll work, but let's try this. Hey, I'll take it. Key-bum, you fucking suck, bro. You're actually trash. Key-bum, you're horrible, man. Who are you? Ooh, you suck, game. You suck. Man, freak this. Anyways, that aside, I guess. I'll deal with it later. Actually, let's go try and get some charges right now. Now that I have this, I'm gonna try and make it work. Also, the reason why I was saving the Perthrow was because, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was assuming if I Perthrowed the, after Isaac souling it, it would have still kept it re-rolling between two items with the new Perthrow effect on both of them, you feel me? That's what I was thinking. So forgive me if you're like, Tony, you made a tier 1 misplay. That's my bad, bro, my bad. But dude, I cannot freaking wait. Honestly, out of the everything shown in the state of play, that was the one thing that I was insanely hyped about. Is I cannot wait for a new Marvel fighting game. It's no Marvel vs. Capcom, but it is a tag team Marvel fighting game. And it's 4v4, which had my friend lead me to believe something. I don't know how true this is gonna be, but he was saying, Tony, it's gonna be a 4v4. You know what that means. An even larger base roster. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I hope that's the case. Probably not gonna be, unfortunately. You know what, we'll touch you to get wavy cap out of my pool. I don't think there's any other way we're rerolling, so unfortunate. And we're not touching you. I'm just like, brother, you know? I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm so freaking excited. I can't wait. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Ooh, I'm about to lose control. Die, please, instantly. Dude, oh my god, I just realized my damage stat is horrible. I have actually garbage damage. Have mercy. Okay. Okay. Nope, don't want to get hit by you. And then just kill him, I think. Woo. Okay. We take you. Flight is very good, honestly. I was going to not grab it, but it is flight. I cannot give that up. Not to be confused with the that one YouTuber, the dolphin guy. I don't know why Flight laughed. Oh. Oh my god. Now you might be thinking, Tony, what's the point of Flight? You already fly as the Soul. That is true, I do have Flight as the Soul. However, the Bone Lord does not have Flight. If I want to grab anything out of reach, I have to switch to Mr. Soul and then proceed to try to fly my way over to whatever it is. The longer I could stay as the Bone Lord, I'm gonna be honest, I will try my best to keep it that way. Why in specific? Because the Bone Lord is a good character. Now he may not have all the capabilities that like this guy he can't shoot real boy tears, but he's got a freaking club and it's pretty freaking strong. So that's why I like playing the Bone Lord. I think I've mentioned it before. He's like the forgotten, tainted forgotten, all the forgottens, bro. All the deer, you know? That's I think like my favorite characters. Although I'll just say the forgotten. Although the Keeper is definitely up there. And I'm glad I had someone say that actually. Or actually, similar statement in that, see, I'm so used to it. I don't even need to. I don't even need to, man. And then we can just kind of cheese from here. But for some reason, a lot of people hate the Keeper. And someone dropped a comment that I think makes a lot of sense. And that is like Afterbirth, what's it called? Afterbirth Plus. Like launch Keeper, you know, like base default Keeper kind of ruined the perception for a lot of people. Because I'm gonna be real with you, I think base default Keeper kind of did suck originally. I think he was a bad character, and then they fixed him up over time, and now, in my opinion, he's a really good character. But a lot of people won't forgive him because he was initially bad. You feel me? It's that like, it's like a catch-22. That's not a catch-22. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Regardless. He's a great character. Don't hate on my boy. But just like, dude, new fighting game, sick. There was some other stuff that I was really interested in, I'm not gonna lie. Ghost of Yote looks really cool. I'm hoping to maybe play that. Although I'm definitely not... I'm not sure if it's releasing on PC. I don't think so. I think it might release after, like, you know, like way later. Kind of like how everything else did. Nothing. I'm hoping it'll release on PC so I can play it then. Granted, I haven't even played Ghost of Tsushima on PC yet, but from what I've heard, Ghost of Tsushima is an absolutely amazing game. I need to beat that, or I need to play it. I got a lot of games I need to play. I've started Nier, and I was enjoying it from what I was doing, but I think I'm stuck. You know what? This is exactly what I wanted to talk about. And that is, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am stuck right now. Tony, how you stuck? I seem to be caught in this sort of, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's not like I'm not like stuck in like a block sort of deal. But more so, I want to play a lot of single player games. I want to play more single player games. But I feel like I just catch myself kind of hanging on to the same few games over and over. I catch myself wanting to play more Nier, and then I'm like, you know what? My friend told me to hop on Killing Floor or like Marvel Rivals or some other multiplayer game like that. You know, I'll do that. I'm currently stuck on Night Rain right now. And I know Night Rain's a little bit different. You could say, Tony, Night Rain actually has like its own story though, sort of deal. Or like, you know, Night Rain's different because it's not like a fully multiplayer like PvP sort of game, but it's like, But it still, the fact that I'm caught up on these games is actively deterring me from being able to play these other games that I kind of really want to play. You feel me? You pick up what I'm putting down here? We have 4 luck. I think it's best we go for the piercing thing. I was trying to hopefully utilize some of the piercing, but I realized I don't think it works in this scenario. You feel me? What do you mean by, Tony, what do you mean by it doesn't work? It's kind of like, you know, I'm the Bone Lord, but what's the word I'm thinking of? What's the word I'm thinking of, man? I'm the Bone Lord, but yo, am I a moron? I can't think of words right now. I'm playing as the Bone Lord, and he's a great character. However, the downside comes from the fact that I can't pierce with my bone. There you go. I can't pierce with my bone, so I gotta play as... Ooh, that's really good, isn't me? I can't pierce with my bone, so I gotta be this guy. But this guy is stuck on a leash, you feel me? And I feel like I never really use him now that I have flight. You know what? Chewed pen might be better. Let's go. But yeah, dude, I can't really play single player games. Not that there's like anything wrong with them, like, oh, I can't play them because they're boring or whatever. I know a lot of those games are not boring. It's more so it's a me issue. I can't seem to get myself to play those games. The reason I want to play Nier is because I have heard absolutely phenomenal things about Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, or Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, you know? A whole bunch of other games. What are some other single-player games that I have caught myself kind of trying but not necessarily finishing or playing? Honestly, I'm not really sure. Oh, I can kind of think of one. Red Dead Redemption 2. Recently started playing that game again. Really enjoyed it, really fun. I was just like, man, this game is so great. And then some days I would hop on, my friends be like, hey, Tony, let's hop on, play this. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. Tony, hop on, play this. Tony, hop on, play this. Or I'm just like, you know what? Can't think of anything to do. Play Red Dead? Nope. My brain doesn't go to play Red Dead. It goes, play Destiny? Yeah, Destiny sounds all right. Hop on Destiny, you know? It's like, it's a curse. I can't escape it. It's a freaking curse, man. That is trash. Grab you for the potential secret room? Oh, full mapping. That's not bad. The bean. Wow. Can I keep it a stack with you guys? D Infinity has been paying off absolutely horribly these past few rolls. They have been very bad. TNT, you know, the best thing I got was Lost Contact, and I'm okay. Maybe it's not been horrible. Lost Contact is a very good item. I was just glazing it literally earlier. What the? Lazy man? Oh, I'm a moron! I didn't look where I was going. Oh, he's so stupid. That's my goat. That's my Oshi right there, fellas. But I just can't. I can't shake this, man. I mean, I can't shake this. This feeling of not being able to play multiplayer games or single player games. I don't know why. A part of me is gotten caught up with it. You know, I'm a little fed up with it, if I'm gonna be real here. Because I want to play multiplayer games. Because I want to play single player games. See, even in earnest, telling y'all, my brain is getting mixed up here. I want to play single player games because they look really cool. A lot of them look really fun, and a lot of them probably are really fun. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm just like, I'm fucking up, dude. I just can't. I don't know what it is. Or maybe I got my brain wired the wrong way. I don't freaking know, dude. But it's, can I be real with y'all? It's mad annoying. I have found myself getting frustrated by my own decisions, you feel me? Because I'm like, Tony, what are you doing? You know? you could be out here playing good games, yet there's something in you that just stops you from doing that. Why? I don't know. It instead is like, hey, hop on Destiny 2 or play Night Rain. I guess it's a new game. That's a new game that came out. I'll cut it some slack because it's new. But it's like, hop on Destiny 2, hop on Night Rain. Excuse me, I'm looking at all the games that I've been playing recently. Yeah, hop on Destiny 2, hop on Night Rain. I wanted to start playing Halo Infinite again, so part of me has been kind of drawn to that. I started playing Final Fantasy 16. I bought it because I was like, wow, my uncle told me Final Fantasy 16 is an insanely good game. I should give it a try. I'll wait till it comes out on PC though. I hear it's coming out then, so I don't have to buy a PS5. Came out on PC. Me and my friend, who was very much excited for it, both got it same time. I think I got it for him, I forget. But regardless, we both got it at the same time. He started playing it before me, but then he stopped for a decent amount of time because of the fact that his PC wasn't necessarily up to snuff for Final Fantasy 16. And I was like, all right, perfect. This is my time to play and kind of catch up to him. I proceeded to play for a little bit, got to the point where you play as like Clive's younger brother during some weird pillaging or whatever, and then I proceeded to put it down, never touch it again. I have not played it since, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel insanely bad about it. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I feel mad horrible about it because it's like, bro, that game is peak, you know what I mean? I've heard nothing but good. I've heard nothing but good. Hey, this game is insanely good. You should play it. Oh, I want to play it. It looks really cool. I can't wait to. Time comes, I play for a little bit, I get off to do something else, I never touch it again. And I just feel horrible because like, a part of me wants to, you know? There's this part deep inside that burns to play Final Fantasy 16, but just this, I don't want to call it a demon, but it's the demon whispering in my ear. Hop on Destiny, hop on Marvel Rivals. I think this was during the Marvel Rivals time. Hop on anything that's not a single player game and play that instead. Hop on Monster Hunter Wilds. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I need help. I need genuine help, bro. What? Oh, because he has Crown of Light active. Dude, I was so geeked out. I was like, why does the soul have better damage than the Bone Lord? That's like physically impossible, right? It turns out it's because he still has Crown of Light active, which is cool. There we go. That seems about right. Where? We've I don't know, man. I need some like something whispering in my ear to play more of these other games. I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's what makes it funnier / weirder is that it's not like I'm against playing some of these games. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's not like I'm against playing some of these games. I had recently I love Metroid Prime. It came out on the, what was it? It came out on the Switch a while back, and I was like, you know what, man? Metroid Prime came out on the Switch, remastered. Let me play that. I played Metroid Prime Remastered for a decent amount of time, got somewhat far, and then I proceeded to never touch the game again. And why? I don't know. It's an insanely good game. You know, I've made this statement before, and I still stand by this statement. Metroid Prime is like the world's first 11 out of 10 game. Granted, since it's come out. No, not even. Metroid Prime, the original game, is the world's first 10 out of 10. Not the world's first 10 out of 10. Metroid Prime, the original, is a 10 out of 10 game. Absolutely phenomenal. You cannot deny that game is amazing. Metroid Prime Remastered, that is the world's first 11 out of 10 game. I will stand by this statement. Metroid Prime Remastered is, I think, the world's first 11 out of 10. It's somehow so peak, it manages to make itself in like a godhood level status, you know? The way people be like glazing Gojo and all these other like anime characters, like, oh, this character solos fiction. Metroid Prime solos gaming. Metroid Prime Remastered solos gaming, brother. It is the world's first 11 out of 10, and I will not tolerate any differing opinions on this matter. I'm sorry. I know I'm usually a very tolerant person when it comes to this sort of thing. This one, this time, not happening. It is the world's first 11 out of 10 game. You cannot change my mind on any of that. Tony glazing this game aside, however, that game I had an issue with. Not anything bad, like, oh, the game sucks. I had the issue where, oh, I can fly freely now. That's really good. I had an issue with Metroid Prime Remastered in that I played it and then I did that thing that I've been complaining about where I stopped playing the game for a while. Why? I don't know, I'm a moron. And then I never played it again for a decent amount of time. I put down Metroid Prime Remastered for a long time. Why? I don't know, because I'm an idiot. Polaroid, and then we go up. And then I remember picking it back up again, like literally not even too long ago. Not too long ago, I picked it back up again because I was like, hey, I should start, you know, maybe finishing some games that I bought. I'm in a bit of a Metroid-like mood. Let me play this game again. And then I played it, and I just like, I re-fell in love with it, bro. After playing Metroid Prime Remastered again, I re-fell in love with it, realizing, like, this is peak. There is a reason I fell in love with this game at first. You feel me? You know? There's a reason that the original Metroid Prime was a 10 out of 10. That's my thought process. Is like, there's a reason this game was so cinema. And then I played it. You know, replaying it, and I was like, it all makes sense. This is 11 out of 10. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They done robbed me of my lives, brother. Luckily, the soul is the soul in that he is very strong, regardless. Thanks, game. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm trying to re-roll my D-Infinity, but for some reason, it's like broken, man. It's like every other, not even, like every other 5 hits, it will re-roll. Just go to, thank you, just go to D6, Lord Almighty. I don't understand what causes it to do that. I don't know. Oh, I forgot. Like, he can do that. But, like, you know, it's weird that I had that issue with that game where, like, I did that thing where I couldn't play it for some reason, but then I later went on to beat it. I later built up the courage or whatever. I mustered up the strength to be like, let me play this game. Let me actually finish it. And then, you know, playing it and finishing it and just being like, yeah, this is cinema. I don't know why I stopped, you know? It's a stupid, dumb decision, but it's a decision that I find myself making too much. And I'm gonna be real with you. As someone, you know, as me, as Tony, I don't understand why I do it to myself. Hello? I have lost contact. You weren't breaking them, bro? I guess it was just the right angle to whiff or whatever. I don't know, man. Mad annoying, but whatever. Whatevs. I'm locked in right now. I'm trying to kill this guy. I'm so used to like the chain holding me back. I don't know if you guys saw. I was like rocking too close to the Bone Lord for a bit. Health up, please. That, you know what? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. We are tied to spirit mode now. Oh, give me a second. My apologies, y'all. Had to step out real quick. Oh, but I've been thinking, Tony, I do remember one more thing. One more game that I saw that I cannot wait for. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I remember the name for minor reference, but I forget the exact, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? So, it is a Suda51 game. If you don't know who Suda51 is, he is a wacky, crazy game, like, director, game creator. He's made a couple games you might have heard of: Lollipop Chainsaw, Killer 7, Killer is Dead, No More Heroes, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Now, to me personally, I am a very, very large fan of Suda51's games. I think they are awesome, very good. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think a lot of Suda51 games are very good games. Now, just so happens that the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Suda51, during the State of Play is also going to be releasing a new game. Me and my friend found this out because we were looking at the games coming out and this game came up. And I'm gonna be real with you, we both had the same opinion. We were both thinking, this looks like, I say this word in the nicest way, this reeks of Suda51, you know what I mean? Like, looking at the game, I was like, this is a Suda51 game. It has to be. There's no way it isn't. And if you aren't aware, Suda51 has like a certain feel, I guess you could say. Suda51 has a certain feel to his games. And after seeing it in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, this has to be a Suda51 game, 100%. Turns out, we were both right. We were very skeptical at first, however, considering the game trailer was playing, and if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it, like I said, it reeked of Suda51. I was like, this is a Suda51 game 100,000%, but something wasn't adding up. And what was that? It was the fact that the art style didn't fit. Suda51 games, along with like you can kind of tell gameplay and like dialogue and just like the way it is, you can kind of tell that's a Suda51 game. Along with that, they have a certain art style to them. Almost every single Suda51 game kind of shares like this samey art style. I don't think it's bad. It's very stylized, very good. But when you see it, it's instantly recognizable as that is Suda51. 1000%. Now, got one of these. The only thing was, it just didn't look the part. Everything else was screaming, this is a Suda51 game, except for the look, the visual style. That was the one part that me and my friend were debating, like, is this really? And then I saw Grasshopper Games at the very end and I was like, no, this is a 1000% Suda51. And then bro proceeded to come on screen. It's a game, it's called like You Are a Dead Man. I think that's the name of the game, something along those lines, You Are a Dead Man. I'm gonna be real with you, it looks to be very, very freaking cool. I cannot wait. I'm absolutely excited to give it a shot. Dog tooth, tooth and nail. Sharp straw, I guess. Oh, really? He's kind of sick. Let's go. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. As someone who is a huge Suda51 fan, just all of his games just kind of have this weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. They have a weird aura to them, I guess is the perfect way to describe it. A lot of Suda51 games have this weird, like, aura to them, you know? Where it's like, this game, you could tell, this game has a lot of fun and care put into it, but it's not your, like, average game, you know, that you just kind of see anywhere, you feel me? It's got a style that you like, you know, like that's him with Chalamet right there. And I'm gonna be real with you, I'm freaking excited. Killing him in hopes of getting a health up. Yes, yes, he has a health up. I'm gonna be real. Damage wise, I think DPS, not damage, DPS wise, I think bro might be better. Virgo has a pill? Has a good pill synergy with it? What? Since when? Are you guys familiar with this? My bad. I'm moving my microphone. Are you guys familiar with Virgo making pills good? I have never heard of Virgo doing that before. That's really crazy. That's shout out. Whoever made that change. Sick nasty. Yeah, I think DPS wise, yeah, he's 100% better. He can put out damage so much faster. Like, what's it called? The Bone Lord's rate of fire is nerfing his overall DPS, even though he technically does more damage. His damage per second is like worse. But because I can spam it as much as I want on this fella, it's kinda broken. I don't know why I did that. I think I know why. So I can park my ass right there and do that. Not too shabby if you ask me. Not too shabby at all. But yeah, that game, really cool. So Ghost of Yote looks really good. You Are a Dead Man, I think is the name. Some dead man, you know? Hideo Kojima reference. Something about a dead man. That game looks really cool. That new, what is it? I think the name is like, Marvel's Token? Something along those lines? That new Marvel fighting game essentially is what I'm trying to say is that new Marvel fighting game. That's gonna be good. This is coming with your own personal Tony seal of approval. Your own personal Tony seal of approval. I swear. I shouldn't swear. Because I don't know. I'm hoping that that Marvel game is gonna be a banger fighting game. I trust ArcSys to make a good fighting game. But me personally, I've never played many of theirs. I think, honestly, I was gonna say, I'm realizing I have never played a single ArcSys fighting game, I'm pretty sure. So I'm actually unaware of, but I have a friend who is really into them, into those fighting games. And I will say that, I do agree. I do believe it'll be solid. I believe it'll be solid because my friend, I had to burp. Because my friend who plays a lot of them, he believes in them, so I'm gonna be like, you know what? I believe by virtue, like, through you. If you believe they're gonna be good, then I'm with you. I believe they're gonna be good. You feel me? There is not enough rooms to charge up. I don't think it's worth it. I think we just go. So here's what we do. I'm pretty sure we park myself over there to protect from any shots, and then we just kind of spam. Oh, I thought that was going to be a different move. No, you moron. You know what? That's fine. My DPS is still really good due to the insane fire rate I have. My arm is starting to burn. In case you guys are actually unaware, I am mashing the tears button. I am mashing the shoot button on remote really fast, which is why I'm able to hit this so often. But also, it's a nerf due to the fact that I am hitting it so often. You feel me? Like, my hand is starting to not cramp up, but I need some support. I need some support is what I'm trying to say. Bad damage. My wrist is killing me. My wrist is actually killing me right now. Holy. Not bad. Okay, now we just continue on. But yeah, the state of play is really good. Oh, he's starting to spawn bosses. Hello, why'd he spawn the hollow, man? Is the run this cooked? Bro's out here spawning like bosses instead of his usual fellas. That's how you know your run's done for. Anybody that got money on their shirt, you know they broke. I hope you guys have seen the video I'm talking about. That video is so funny. You know, anybody who got money on their shirt, you know they broke. Oh my lord. Okay, this is slightly easier, so I might be able to yap a bit more. I might be able to fit some more yapping in. State of play is looking really good. Honestly, I'm saddened by one thing, and that is the state of play was so early, because now I'm gonna have to wait until Friday for Summer Games Fest. You better believe you're gonna get Tony coverage on games involved in Summer Games Fest. And also, Xbox is doing their showcase Sunday. So, unfortunately, all the showcases I care about, Sony, Xbox, and then Summer Games Fest itself, are all separated by like a factor of 10 billion for some reason. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to wait so long in between, what's it called? I gotta go soon, actually. I don't know why I did that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, what's the word? I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie. This is like a Tony, you're a weenie, bro. Just wait, forehead. I know, in the grand scheme of things or whatever, most likely I'm just gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to suck it up. But I am not gonna lie. I kinda wish we didn't have to wait too much, because there are certain... you know, I want to see it, brother. One, I want to see the Xbox presentation, because A, I am hoping for potential Halo news, Combat Evolved Remake, anyone? If not that, then I am hoping for Summer Games Fest. Hopefully, this is I think my largest cope yet. We are going to hopefully be praying for what they call Resident Evil 9 from Summer Games Fest. Although I'm gonna be real with you, most likely not happening. And I know. You know, you don't gotta tell me, Tony, cope. I know. I know it is cope. I know there's a 90% chance it's not happening. But in that off 10% chance that we do get Resident Evil 9, I'm gonna be very excited because I'm gonna be real with you. One, I like Resident Evil. This is not news. Or maybe it might be news if you're new to the channel. But I'm a huge Resident Evil nerd. If you are unaware, you know, for the uninitiated, I am a very huge Resident Evil nerd. I love those games with a passion. They're so good, so great. I can't wait for 9 because Village was so peak, and I am actually of the opinion that Shadows of Rose DLC was a very good DLC. I know that that is not a popular opinion, unfortunately. I'm gonna be honest. I say unfortunately because I mean it this time. I don't know why. I personally really liked the DLC. I thought it was great. There were some people's comments I've seen, not like on my channel, but like in general about the DLC. Some comments I've heard of like, oh, I didn't like it, is after all this time, we still never get to see Ethan Winters' face. Which, like, I understand, you know, believe me, I understand wanting to see Ethan Winters. That's my goat. That is my... I'm not even joking when I say this. I think Ethan Winters has skyrocketed above Leon Kennedy as like my favorite Resident Evil character of all time. He is such a well-written and goated character, bro. That's my slime, dare I say, you know? Ethan Winters, that's my slime right there. But downside is, you don't need me to say the downside. No spoilers. You know, the downside is, I guess, we just never see his face, which is like I said, to me, not the world's biggest like end all be all on a character. Personally, I really like to see my character's face, I guess. But if it's someone like my goat Ethan Winters, I mean, I'm fine with not seeing his face, you feel me? I don't think like a nameless character or a faceless character is the best or whatever sort of deal, you know. I don't think just because he doesn't show his face he is a better character, and I don't think if he did show his face he would be less of a character or better, you know. I'm gonna be real, I don't really care how, I guess, Ethan Winters kind of looks. All I care about is the game he's in good, and do they make him a good character, you feel me? Because I don't want to play a character who is annoying and boring to play as, you feel me? They're a piece of cardboard, and when they're not a piece of cardboard, they are the most annoying human on planet Earth. Ethan Winters manages to toe that line of Leon Kennedy stupidity, as well as, you know, kind of being a badass at times. That Chris Redfield, hold on, he's Timothy. After all, he did learn from the best, but, you know, besides all that, I have high hopes, I guess. I'm gonna be real. If there is only one hope that I am weary about, it is I am afraid that the game might run poorly, but I'm gonna be honest, that's only like a RE engine issue when it comes to like Monster Hunter and all that. From what I've seen so far, Resident Evil seems to be perfectly fine on the RE engine. You know what I mean? And also, it's just like a Wilds issue. Because if I remember correctly, I'm 99% sure RE engine is also utilized for Monster Hunter, right? Monster Hunter Rise? And that game runs fine. It just has some small issues with its, Or it doesn't even have some small issues. Wild seems to be the only one that has some, like, major issues, sort of. But from what I'm hoping, though, I would hope Resident Evil has kind of been like, you know, they've been developing, they've been going at it for a little bit. So I'm hoping by the time the game comes out, maybe that'll be sorted out, and not only will it be sorted out sort of deal, but like the game in general will just be good. You feel me? But that's Tony Cope, you know, if I'm gonna be real, that is just Tony Copium. We don't know if it's gonna be at the Summer Games Fest. Tony's over here making like a fantasy, you know, for a game that doesn't even exist yet. It's just so weird. I've noticed how the games that I have pre-established love for seem to be the only games that I actually play to completion, you know? Maybe that says more about me than it does, like... Because I'm not blaming games. I'm gonna be real. I'm not like blaming the games or whatever. That I can acknowledge that's a Tony issue sort of deal. You feel me? I can acknowledge like, yeah, that's a me issue. I'm the one that got weird problems with playing these games. Why? Because I'm a moron. You know, that's just Tony. My bad, y'all. But it's just the truth. That's what it is. I killed one of them. Does Delirium die? You know what? I was gonna save it for like a heal, but it's a damage up. Let's take it. Oh, fuck you, dude. What the? You know what? Just be you, bro. Not bad. And you know what? Let's D4. We're going to D4. Why? Because I think D4ing will give me new items that I have technically touched. I should have D4'd earlier. I should have D4'd earlier, brother. Oh my lord, that's beautiful. Oh, but our speed is horrible. Not bad, y'all. Anyways, want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.